Hi everyone, so after that rather fun sea shanty, here we are with Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. If you're not aware, this is the next in the very long running series of Assassin's Creed games. Now, one of the things that I'll mention about Black Flag is really it could have been just called Pirate Simulator, and I think we all would have been very, very happy with what they've delivered here. It's a stunning achievement on the high seas. You've never seen graphical detail quite like this, even in a PC game before. There really is a phenomenal attention to detail. The water animation especially stands out here, with storms and swelling seas, water spouts and everything going on, turning the sea into a real challenge. It's not just a simple case of let's go board a few boats and steal loot and plunder. You've really got to think. Now, the Assassin's Creed element is here as part of the story, and it kind of plays a part when you come to capturing ships as well, because you'll be given objectives to do when you want to board a ship. So for instance, you might have to kill 10 people on the ship, but you might also have to take out 2 of the officers or 2 of the scouts, or blow up the ammo magazines. And in essence what this does is it kind of folds in some of the Assassin's Creed gameplay we know and love from the previous entries in the series, but then brings it quite fully into focus as part of a pirate game. Here's a rogue wave, and animated beautifully, might I add, when your ship kind of hits it and banks. And really special mention here must be given to the environment, which is so lushly detailed. You can go from these horrible storms to beautiful Caribbean sunsets, and it just looks phenomenal. The gameplay is equally excellent. The main story is a little bit by the numbers, as it were, and it follows a very similar pattern if you've played any of the previous Assassin's Creed games, but it's very well done. Even the sneaking and stealth sections aren't as frustrating as they have been in previous Assassin's Creed games. Now, you do get plenty of time, in my opinion, around 20 seconds to reacquire your targets. You can use eagle vision to follow your targets from behind cover, as it were, and it all works really well. This is a section of stealth gameplay from around about the halfway point in the story, I believe, including following, eavesdropping, and those all-important air assassinations. But as the story kind of plays out, it feels very well written, even if it is by the numbers. It's an engaging story, and you want to know what's going to happen next to Edward Conway. Just to give you a bit of backstory, as it were, the Black Flag game kind of starts prior to the events of Assassin's Creed 3, which was actually focusing on Connor, who was Edward's son. So this story is really a prequel in many respects, giving us the backstory as to how Edward ended up in the Caribbean, a Swansea boy of all people, and ends up becoming a pirate and an assassin. And there's plenty of kind of misunderstandings and espionage going on between the assassins and the Templars, and Edward kind of ends up an accidental hero in many respects, well, and an accidental villain also. The stealth moments are really well done, and in previous Assassin's Creed games they always felt just a little bit frustrating at times. Now things do feel as though they're much more fluid, and the game is not quite as punishing if you're willing to play it properly. Obviously, if you charge into the middle of every encounter, sword flailing, you're going to come a cropper, but when you're kind of looking at it from a stealth point of view, then it is much easier to complete those sections. Mention must be given to the future tense elements here, which are really following the company, Sturgio, I think that's pronounced. And, you know, it's still the same old boring stuff. It's in the future. We don't care about it. We want to be a pirate. But this is a section really of a chase, and this moment, this cinematic element, really struck a chord with me and made me think, wow, this is just a phenomenally well executed game. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, it might not have a huge amount to do with assassins really. It's much more heavily about pirates, this game. I would have been quite happy for them to have simply released a game called Black Flag with a dude in it and include those Assassin's Creed elements if you wanted to, but it does feel a little bit of a stretch to call this a pure Assassin's Creed game. It is much more a pirate game with assassins. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Do please remember to like and comment, and if you'd like to, please subscribe. You can also visit our website and download our Android app. If you do subscribe, you'll be getting a daily dose of the latest tech news, hardware reviews, Android games, consoles, and basically an honest opinion direct from the UK. Stay tuned, stay Androidizen.